I've seen a lot of posts about the Big Meech concert getting canceled. What I'm not seeing is anybody blaming Rick Ross for this. Nobody is saying, yo, Rick Ross is your fault.
Big Meech thought he was on the verge of a legendary comeback, but things quickly fell apart. Despite Rick Ross acting like he had Meech's back, throwing money around and hyping up a major return, when the time came, Ross disappeared, leaving Meech high and dry. Meech's highly anticipated comeback concert was canceled, his $1 million deal with 50 Cent vanished, and Ross, instead of supporting, went back to focusing on his own success. What seemed like a golden opportunity turned into a total disaster for Meech, with no one left to pick up the pieces.
No, car show going down June 7th. Get online right now, get your tickets right now. But for the hustlers, I want y'all to understand you gotta stop making business personal.
Meech's situation has gone from bad to worse, leaving fans wondering if Ross set him up for failure. Now, the big question is whether Meech can bounce back from this setback. Let's break it down.
I said Rick Ross is not being a friend to Meech. He knew what that was going to bring.
That's selfish.
Big Meech walked out of prison probably expecting to seamlessly slide back into the game, but reality hit hard. The streets had changed, and he was about to feel that shift firsthand. One of his first big moves was linking up with Rick Ross, who wasted no time showing off stacks of cash. You might wonder why a kingpin like Meech would be tempted by pocket change, especially after running a multi-million-dollar empire and even having that BMF deal with 50 Cent. Well, it turns out Meech had blown through all that money, leaving him in a tough spot.
50 Cent says he gave the BMF family $5 million legal dollars, so he does not understand where the money went, how little Meech blew it before Big Meech got out of jail, but he feels extremely betrayed after that picture got taken between Big Meech and Rick Ross after he got out of jail. Now we know Rick Ross has this song where he's like, I think I'm Big Meech. Oh. Larry Hoover, and that's the Big Meech that gets portrayed by Little Meech on the TV show BMF Power, produced by 50 Cent. And it's ironic, right? I mean, it'd be kind of easy to see why the real Big Meech would like that song by Ross, but if 50 Cent gives your family, you know, $5 million in cash, whether it's through acting, I think he was paying for acting lessons for Lil Meech, you gotta have some appreciation. And you know, before more details unfolded, like $5 million, because people were like, oh, 50 Cent doesn't pay people, he's always suing people. Look how he paid Ghost from Power less than Mary J. Blige on Power Book. But if Little Meech got $5 million and he's nobody except the son of somebody famous, then he definitely could have treaded carefully with this Rick Ross thing. I don't think Rick Ross even gave him $1 million for whatever they did. It was a picture, it was an event. I doubt it was $1 million. I doubt it was $500,000. I doubt it was $200,000. I think it was $100,000 or less, whatever Big Meech did for Ross, and he sold his relationship with 50 for a $100,000 picture, basically.
Desperate for a fresh start, Big Meech was willing to turn his back on 50 for a shot with Ross. In fact, he was so strapped for cash, he expected Lil Meech to show up with wads of money. But Lil Meech was in the same position as his dad, broke and struggling.
When we go to your crib, and me and Murder sitting in the backyard, and you like, yo, little baby ain't give me no money. He came in the Ferrari truck, he had the Ferrari truck, he had 4 pockets full. I'm looking at this like, yo, this tripping, like, little baby he's not obligated to give you nothing. I looked at it like, from that point, maybe 50 should have brung a bag for Meech and maybe a watch or something. Because obviously that's what Ross did or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I had in mind. Because he said it to me and Murder, and I'm sitting there analyzing it like, damn, this nigga wanted some bread, or maybe he spent all the bread because he made a couple of million with 5. My whole thing is, maybe the relationship would be good as if you saved some money for your pops when he came home, but I understand how it is to be a young black man with money and you don't make the right decisions.
With money running low, the Meech household was in trouble. Rick Ross, however, saw an opportunity. He believed he could help Meech get back on his feet. When 50 Cent declared war on Big Meech, Ross acted tough, talking a big game and positioning himself as the one who could turn things around for Meech.
Your car, now where your yacht at? Where your plane at? Where you fish at? Life can sometimes be like real estate, baby. Might have to knock everything down, build it back up, and get it to the value you need it to be. Took a picture with Rick Ross. You like a hoe. Put your back against the wall and just slide down.
Business is business. Yeah, like business is business. A part of me understands a part of that. I do understand that.
Well, they always say there's no permanent friends and enemies in business, just permanent interests.
Yeah, because this is the thing. I understand that 50 got, the ongoing beef with the people and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? But it seems like their transaction is just business.
None of it worked out. Part 1 of Big Meech's rehabilitation plan was securing him loads of cash, and Rick Ross thought the quickest way to do that was by hosting a benefit concert. Produced by EXO Touring and AG Touring, the event promised a massive lineup of artists to celebrate Meech's return. Ross pulled out all the stops, heavily promoting the concert to make it a major event.
February 13th, the Big Meech home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic. Too many names to list, but let me salute some of the legends. Lil Baby, Boss Man D-Lo, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Ricky Rose. Now
Big Meech was about to face the biggest disappointment of his life. Just hours before the concert, the Amarant Bank Arena announced that, due to unforeseen circumstances, the show was canceled and refunds would be issued at the point of purchase. Meech's big comeback concert was over in an instant. Many believed 50 Cent had a hand in the cancellation, especially with rumors of him working to get Big Meech and Rick Ross blackballed from the industry. Wack 100 was convinced 50 had orchestrated it.
I don't remember when they asked me, Wack, what you think about the concert? I said, I think it's too early for dude to even be playing with anything. You need to just kick back. I said it's too early. You don't need to be doing nothing. You eliminate that, ain't nothing going in his life right now. It's too early. I said it. When they said, I said, yeah, too early, for him to be doing any of that shit. He need to just lay back, focus on TV, get his business right with 50. He don't need to be for none of that shit. I said, but I understand why he's doing it, because he's infatuated with that rap. He always wanted to do it. He was never successful at doing it. If you eliminate him doing this, there's no him standing with Rick Ross. There's no 50 tripping. None of it. There's no exposing coming. None of it happened.
Meanwhile, 50 Cent wasn't giving Meech any breathing room. He posted a picture of the news about the concert cancellation with a caption, "I had nothing to do with this. Please stop calling my phone. I sincerely hope you have a nice day today. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm stronger than you think I am." He also shared a video from user Zip with the drip on his IG, which talked about Lil Baby and others canceling the gig.
I'm hearing already some people is pulling out of that concert. On February 13th that Big Meech was having. I know Little Baby ain't performing, right? Yeah, he said he ain't f***ing with Gunna no more because Gunna a rat. I know he ain't performing that Big Meech. Yeah, 50 on the internet calling this a rat. Talking about Tammy Cowan. This shit didn't grew some legs. Yeah, from when we was on the internet a few months ago talking about, how Cuffy get indicted, how the Migo get indicted, and Meech ain't get indicted, blah, blah, blah. Shit didn't grew some legs since then. Yeah, because if Tammy then told 50 and... 50, let me narrate this, B. Let me narrate this. Let's get to that. Yeah, New York, nigga, let's get to that. Yeah, who's going to this concert? I said I want to... Who's going to this concert still? Yeah. What's really going on out here? Let's get to that.
Meanwhile, 50 Cent posted a caption that read, "The funny stuff is they were saying Lil Baby pulled up in a Ferrari truck, pockets full of money, and didn't give them anything. Lil Baby was 5 when you got indicted. WTF does he owe you? Tammy Cowan coming soon." Just like that, Big Meech lost the one opportunity that could have put him back in the game. Naturally, everyone's wondering how Meech is handling the situation and what he plans to do next. But the real question is, what's Rick Ross planning for Big Meech? Ross talked a big game about taking Meech under his wing and getting him back on the map, but surprise, surprise, he's tapped out. Instead of stepping up, Ross has left Meech to fend for himself. After the concert got cancelled, Ross posted one short video where he briefly addressed the situation for 5 seconds before quickly shifting focus to promote his own events. It was clear he wasn't fazed at all, leaving Meech to face the fallout alone.
Boss Ricky Rose just got word. Meech concert not happening tonight, but 3:05 is going down at the office. Meet us there. Bam!
Even now, Ross is too focused on promoting his own projects to care about what Big Meech is facing.
You already know, car show going down June 7th. Get online right now, get your tickets right now. But for the hustlers, I want y'all to understand you gotta stop making business personal.
Honestly, fans found it pretty inconsiderate of Ross, especially since he was the one who started this whole mess. If he hadn't stepped in and ruined Meech's relationship with 50 Cent, Meech wouldn't have needed the concert to begin with. He could have just lived off the millions 50 was offering him, without all the drama Ross stirred up.
Seeing a lot of posts about the Big Meech concert getting canceled. What I'm not seeing is anybody blaming Rick Ross. Nobody is saying, yo, Rick Ross, it's your fault. So I'ma do it. Yo, Rick Ross, this is your fault. You the reason why Big Meech is going through this shit right now, you heard? Because when we was on the internet talking about the Cuffy case and all that, nobody even really gave a f. But now 50 talking about that. And everybody listening. Everybody listening, you heard? So, I just want to say, or I want to ask you, did you think that shit was a good idea in hindsight? Do you think it was a good idea to be in the video with me talking about Sexy Red?
Sexy Red.
Yeah, you think that was a good idea? Also, how you let that get the show canceled in Florida, B? That's kind of diabolical, you heard? 50, that's some bull. How you let get the show canceled in Florida? Let's get it out.
Honestly, Meech wasn't caught by surprise. Everyone online could see Ross wasn't being a true friend. It's hard to feel sorry for him, especially since Whack 100 pointed it out too, highlighting how Ross wasn't supporting Meech as promised.
I said Rick Ross is not being a friend to Meech. He knew what that was going to bring.
That's selfish.
That was a selfish act.
That was selfish. He was trying to show he could control Big Meech to 50. In turn,
Hey,
Big Meech.
now what you doing? What you doing now? Now the after party y'all had at the office, that's canceled. 50 telling everybody to go to booby trap. Office didn't cancel. Looking crazy. So
Draw.
that Meech is sitting back saying, I ain't even asked you to come. I didn't even realize it. Now I'm in there, and I didn't. My TV movie should to get exposed and reputation, and then son off too. Crazy.
Horrible move, man. I don't know how you come back from this.
Big Meech can't exactly crawl back to 50 Cent right now, especially since 50 made it clear he has no plans for a season 4 of the BMF series. In a since-deleted Instagram post, 50 shared text messages from Lil Meech, where he confronted 50 about his recent attacks on his father. The messages read, *, they just told me you unfollowed me on Instagram, and now you're managing Skillababy with Rock, when I brought him around you first when you didn't even know who he was. Now you're mad at me? I would have taken my shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act like I'm your enemy. I've only shown you love and loyalty. I'm human, I go through my own shit, but I never switched up on you. * Lil Meech also addressed his dad's recent link-up with Rick Ross, claiming it was all about money. * Screw Ross, but he gave my dad some bread, so he could pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet shit is throwing me off. You know me in real life. * But 50 couldn't care less. He responded to Lil Meech's messages with, * what next season, little ninja? * Honestly, 50 is the last person Lil Meech should expect sympathy from. 50 even mocked Meech's financial struggles, sharing a GoFundMe page on Instagram with a caption, * help Big Screech pay his $30,000 a month Airbnb. That's one of P's cribs. Shout out to quality control. * It's safe to say Big Meech is drowning right now. But Ross did offer a glimmer of hope. He posted on his IG stories, * I want to do a real BMF movie, theaters only. Which director, Antoine Fuqua or Quentin Tarantino? * It seemed like Ross was serious about the idea, even mentioning it in a clip. But for now, that remains the only potential lifeline.
Yeah, so look, I do want to do a BMF film because, You've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film.
Fans don't have much hope for Big Meech, especially after he couldn't even pull off a concert. The worst part is that Meech didn't just get played. He screwed over his entire family in the process. 50 Cent had given Big Meech's whole family executive producer credits on the BMF show, meaning they were all getting paid from it. On that note, some aren't surprised Meech ended up in this situation. If you've watched the BMF series, you know Big Meech was never known for loyalty. He worked with anyone who could help him make money, even if that meant working with people who were opposed to his own crew. What Meech is really after is money, but 50 Cent values loyalty, which is a core theme of the BMF story. The major difference between Meech and 50 is that 50 is loyal to his people, while Meech is loyal to the organization. Still, Meech will never admit that he's to blame for this mess. Instead, he's laying the blame squarely on Rick Ross. Even if Meech didn't foresee how things would turn out, Ross certainly did.
Ross knew perfectly damn well what he was doing and what that would lead to. And if he was a real friend to Meech, unless he was looking to get 50 out the way, he would have dealt with Meech in the shadows, because he knows me and this dude who is going to react if he sees me dealing with this dude that he has business with. And there was a lot of business left to be done, right? Rick Ross, bro, could have done whatever he was going to do in the shadows if he really honored and respected.
What do you think? Will Big Meech be able to bounce back from this? And will he make Ross pay for putting him out on the streets? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the next video.